Hey guys, so welcome back to another episode of Indirect Knowledge. So we've got several of these tarot card readings to do today, so I'm real excited and I'm feeling very psychic today. I'm getting a lot of things just coming to me out of the woodwork, so that's a good thing. It's always a good thing when this kind of state of mind comes into play. So today we've got a very special tarot card reading. It's for a dear friend. Her name is, well, we won't get into the name, but anyway, we'll just call her M, just as a reference for her personally, but for you guys, you could just refer to her as M. But she's been in love with this guy for a bit. Things were kind of weird at first because they kind of more or less kind of split up or quit seeing each other for a time. And now, anyways, she wants to know kind of where he's at and things. I've been saying all along that he's going to eventually get back with her and stuff. I see that being the case. And at one point, they had a pretty strong relationship, and then there's been some ups and downs. There's been a couple little situations, and I'm not going to get into the specifics of any of that because for privacy reasons and everything. But anyways, he still has been distant and stuff, and so she just wants to kind of do a check-in to see kind of where things are at with that. And so let's just find out where this guy's name. It starts with a D, so we'll just go ahead and call him D. Find out what's going on with him. Okay, wow, this is really cool. So in the past and stuff, like with this whole thing, and we're talking really near past here, just because it's been a kind of a from August onward, we're just now into the 1st of September. Happy September, everybody. So anyways, the first card that we get is this Knight of Pentacles. Knight's really about energy, and this is with money. So this is him probably finding ways of becoming a little bit more financially solvent. And he's just money matters to him for some reason. It could be materialism, maybe not necessarily money. It could be clothes or the friends that he associates with or the company that he keeps or something along those lines. So that's kind of been the situation with him as of late. In the present moment, though, this is about like acquisition. This is really a wish card here. We have the 7 cups, and the 7 is of course a spiritual number and all, but it's sort of like a manifesting number in a way with this particular card when we have the relationships. So it's about testing different things out. If you look at this cups of relationships, there's a lot of different things. We can have relationships with money, relationships with people, relationship with other objects, anything really, and it's those attachments and things that really grab our attention and refocus us in different directions. And that's really what's going on with him now. He's been more or less kind of refocusing his attention on different things, and now it's about to come full circle, I believe, back to M. So where are we at kind of moving forward and everything like that? Well, it's about going away from the rough waters back into the calm. Now in this particular case and all, it's really, this is, sometimes people say it's a very conflictive kind of card because we have all those swords there and everything like that, those 6 swords. But really, it's a balancing act here. Like we see this person here, they're out there kind of navigating the water and stuff like that, child, and looks to be a woman and stuff in the front of the boat, and they're going from the rougher waters or the rougher side of the relationship to more calmer seas. So that's where we're at, like thoughts, ideas, perceptions, beliefs, opinions, all these kind of things are shifting gears right now. They're going to go from being in the rough waters into more of the calmer seas. In other words, things are shifting. There's kind of that subtle shift that's happening and stuff. And it's kind of like the winds of change are kind of just creeping in. And so we're moving back into that period of time where, yeah, it's more positive terrain. It's a journey, it's in water. It's very elusive, right? And it's very fluid. So it's always kind of shifting. And sometimes it goes a little this way, sometimes a little bit this way. Think about the way a boat goes or a train, it just kind of goes like this and this. But eventually you get to where you want to be. And that's what's going on. So just, this is kind of a card of saying, have a little bit of patience with this. And this is about, another, month or so out, maybe month to 2 month out is where we're kind of at with that now. And it's not going to be just all of a sudden, this is a very gradual progression, and it starts now and just kind of moves forward. Here you're going to just kind of notice these back and forth movements and everything when it comes to the relationship. But as you'll start to see more things. You'll look back here in about 2 months from now and you'll see that there's been quite a bit of change. It may not have in the moment look like a lot was happening, but it actually is happening. Now we have to look at a couple of things in terms of what that wish card is, like when we've, he's been kind of in this situation where he's been, playing the field, looking at some different things, collecting his options, focusing on other things. And now he's in the process of gradually reshifting or refocusing on the good things in his life, the things that are the most meaningful. People find that stuff doesn't necessarily make us happy. The fancy clothes, the relationships with others, having the being in the whatever the case is, and every generation goes through that. It's just not really that important. And as you start to realize that, you realize what's really important to you and all, and has the most value to you. And that's where he's kind of coming back to. But everybody has to go through this. It's just one of those things where people just kind of have to find what's really the most important thing in their life before they can really start to appreciate it, and appreciate it on a really grandiose or grand scale. Where is he at with all of this and all? He's feeling a little left out right now. So even though he's not with you right now, in terms of the, you know, physically seeing you, talking to you, conversing with you, and all these kind of things, where he's at right now is not a mentally great place. I mean, if you look at this is kind of like being out in the cold, and you see that money behind him and everything like that. So he's been kind of focused in that direction, and maybe he had a few gains here or there, but now, something is coming and knocking him down, and he's not in as good a position, or he's not feeling like he did, even 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 weeks out. So now that things are shifting, this is where he's feeling at a loss, and nobody likes to feel at a loss. But the good news is that he knows where he was at before that made him successful. He knew where his happiness was. Of course, that's with you. So now that all he has to do is go and recreate that. He has to go and repair that relationship with you, make up with you, and get things going back up, and then things will start to shift for him. And we saw that with the Six of Swords cards right here, kind of shifting in that direction. It's a progress. It's a process. Where are you feeling at right now, M? Well, you're in a good place because you realize that you are the gatekeeper of all of your resources, everything that you need in order to have this relationship and have it work out in the way that you want it to work out is right there in front of you. This is a really good card. This is the number one, the first Roman numeral card that we have in the Major Arcana. Not the first card, but it's a second step. It's a step in the right direction. And when you have this card that comes up, you're getting everything just kind of handed to you, and you don't even realize how it's happening. It's sort of like the relationships work, financially you're okay, emotionally you're going to be in a good place. Just a whole bunch of really positive things, and you start to feel really in control. And it's not always in life that we feel in control. Take our friend here. He's not. Take D. He's not really feeling too in control these days, but you are. You're in a very empowered place. Gives you kind of the upper hand, if you know what I mean. That's where you're at. Where's our outcome at? Well, surprise, surprise, we have the Empress and all. Mother Nature. This is the great nurturer. And so this is going to lead all things back. And what is this really going to lead out to? Well, it could be a potential pregnancy. Interesting on that. That could be a possibility. So not only is this relationship getting more in that direction for you, just, as you start to move things forward and stuff like that, this could be a pregnancy, or it could definitely be just a place where something maybe is not going so great with him, and you might have to comfort him a little bit and be there for him, and he's going to really look to you, and you're going to be that comforter. And that's what the Empress says. She's kind of like Mother Nature in a sense. She's the creator of everything. She's a very empowered person and all, very heart warm person and stuff like that. She's the birth of creation. So anyways, that's the card that you got. That's really the outcome here. So it's this here. It's a really female energy coming into play, and it's yours. Everything coming back to you here. What's really the answer, the solution to all of this coming about? Well, it's this Chariot card right here. It's that external strength, being seen, knowing that you see how empowered that person is. Well, you did have that. We did see that one card for you, the Magician. So, anyways, that will give you a lot of resources and strength. This is going to be that outward strength. You're going to shine before people. Notice there's stars and everything else like that's on the blue here and everything like that. Stars are omens, good omens, and all things point back to you. So anyway, I think we pretty much have this under wraps. We kind of see where this whole relationship thing is going. We know that things are not going to be, he's not going to be in the happiest, greatest place mentally or emotionally and things, and he's going to need you. He's going to come back to you and rely on you for things and stuff. And when that's the situation, you never know. Things can happen. You might find yourself with a baby before you know it. good relationship could transpire. Just you could just very well also be there just in a very spiritual sense for him, being kind of that stronger person, the person that he's really kind of looking up to and feeling. So yeah. So anyways, hope this was very helpful, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Indirect Knowledge. As you guys know, I'm a monk. If you guys want to help our mission, support what I do, you can just go to helpbydonating.com. Just go to helpbydonating.com. In the description below this video, if you guys want a tarot card reading, or if you'd like to get more information about what we do, or get my contact information, spiritual direction, a whole lot of things that we do, Bhagavad Gita, you name it, you can find all that information in the description below this video. So please check that out. Also, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. Please like this video, and please hit the bell notification so that when we come on, if you guys have a question or something like that, you're more than welcome to ask a question. I can answer it for you on here. It doesn't cost anything. Much love, many blessings. See you guys on the next episode.